Hi guys and welcome back. Today is day 8 of this book Advent birthday thingamabob, as I like to call it, from my cousin Terry from Generically Yours, and I will try to have her info in the information of the little box down below, so make sure you check out her channel. Yeah, so it's been kind of interesting. We're 7 days done. If you haven't seen the first 7 days, please go check them out. All these will be on a playlist, so feel free to share them with people. I would love to know if you've read any of the 7 books I've already done, what your thoughts of them are. Is there something you've never heard of? I'm sure there's at least one that you guys probably have not heard of. And what's great about this challenge is the books are ranging from so many different years, older books. The most newest one is I think it was 2018 or 19. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what's left, what we're in for. So let's go over and get day 8. Okay, and just a quick thing is I had my teenager remix these up after the last 7 days, or the first 7 days were done, I should say. So they're mixed up, so first time looking to see if I can find number 8. No. Did you mix these up? I think they mix them up really good on me. Hello, where are you? Oh, we got it. Okay, let's see what day has in store. And like I've been doing in some of the ones before this, as you notice, I try to close my eyes, unwrap it, show it to the camera first, and then give my reaction, so you guys will see it before I see it. I'm just going to start it before I close my eyes. Okay, so let's see. I can do that. Maybe I should look a little more. Yeah, I'm going to sneak peek a smidge. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now my turn. Rogue Wave by Jennifer Donnelly. I almost feel like, I don't know, this is book 2 in a series. I feel like the cover is slightly familiar. Not that I've read this particular one, but I almost feel like there's something I saw one time that was similar to this, so I'll have to look that up and see. But this is book 2, but I believe it'll give, probably, because Terry did say that if there was something like this that she didn't realize was book 2, she kind of checked to see if there was at least a synopsis of what might have happened, so I could still read it. And of course, if I end up liking book 2, I may go back and find book 1 on my own and read it. So yeah, let's see what this book has in store. Okay. Let's get into this one. This is called Rogue Wave by Jennifer Donnelly. And if you hear any like weird noise, it's my cat over by the window. I think he wants to attack the birds that are out there, but I felt bad trying to lock him in my bedroom or something while I did this, so you may see him. He may even try to come up on the couch with me. We shall see. Okay, first off, this was the second in a series, and I had not read the first one, but there was enough information that you kind of piece together through it that you kind of understood what happened in the first one. And then there's also 2 more, I believe, after this. Buster! My cat is chattering big time. Let me give him a second. Are you done over there? Anyway, I know it could be distracting, but I think it's kind of cute. Every time I'm reading a book, he has to be on me, so I think he senses I'm doing something with books and he needs to be annoying. Anyhow, again, this is book 2 in a series. I believe there's 2 other ones in it, and it follows kind of a few of these mermaids that are trying to get their, I don't want to say city, but their, I'm trying to think of the word, trying to keep from being overtaken by somebody else. And there's some twists in here that you realize when you find out who's kind of doing some of the overtaking of these different mermaid villages, we'll say, or cities. That is kind of surprising. And I love the cover. I think it's very pretty. I'm hoping you can see it. It's very pretty. I like the purple of it, and I believe the other ones, when I look, there's obviously a different kind of color scheme on the front. The main character that we're trying to follow in here is Serafina, and then there's Nella, Ling, Ava, Becca, and Astrid. But I don't think Astrid and Becca were talked about that much. I feel like I remember Serafina and Nella and Ling a little more. And I guess what I'm assuming is like in the first one, there might have been something to do with their powers that they kind of have as mermaids kind of getting intermingled, so they kind of have some of the powers of the other ones. I don't know if that might have been addressed in the first book more, so that can make it a little confusing. And the other thing, like, I mean, I gave this a rating of a 3.5 stars, so 3.5 stars out of 5. One thing that is a minor thing for me is the main character's name is Seraphina. Well, on the same page, you might have them say Seraphina, then Sarah, then, you know, Seraphina, then Sarah. Like, I got a little annoyed of going between, like, her full name and her nickname, especially when nobody was calling that. It wasn't like a conversation where the other person was calling her that. It was just the way the author was writing it. And that's just me being a little nitpicky, because let's face it, I'm going to try to give my honest review. I'm not going to love every book I read, probably, in this book thing. And I like to just, sometimes I think it's important to maybe say that, because that might irk somebody else. It wasn't like it took away from the story. I will say that. It didn't take away from the story. It just was one of those things that I found personally annoying. But I do like that it was pretty interesting. I felt that I've never read like a mermaid type story like this before. So it was interesting. Will I continue and try to find the other two? Probably not. It's not really a type of storyline that I tend to read, but I'm glad I did read it for this book thing, book advent birthday thing, because I wouldn't have probably read it anyway. Even though the cover was pretty, and ironically, like I said in the first part of the clip, I think I had the first one that I saw somewhere, because I was kind of thinking I would read it, but then I ended up giving it away because it sat on my shelf for a while, and I'm like, I'm not going to read it. And then lo and behold, Terry gives me book 2, and now I'm like, oh, I wish I would have had book 1. But again, I don't think it's a series that I'll continue with, but I think it would definitely be one for those that are into mermaids and like that kind of thing, because it was pretty cool. Like, it was really interesting. I liked the way they communicated with each other. I liked how strong they tried to make the women mermaids, so they weren't just like by the wayside. They were strong characters. So if you get a chance and you've never read a mermaid book before, I would give this one a try. I mean, I think it's supposed to be geared towards like teenagers kind of thing. It's not geared to, I would say, too young. I feel like it's more teenagers would probably appreciate it. I think under that age, maybe. I mean, it would depend. I mean, it might be something to read, like I've said, with other books with your family. So let me know if you'll give this a try. I'd love for you to comment down below. And if you've read the other books in this series, please comment that down below and let me know. If you really think maybe I should read it at some point in the future, we're talking next year, year after, whatever, at some point in the future, if you think I should read the last 2 books in the series, let me know. And yeah, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of future videos. I'm really trying to grow this channel to 1,000 subscribers kind of as soon as I can. I would love to see it grow, because I really do enjoy books and I really want to be putting more content out there about that. I got back into reading in 2019 and it's been fun to keep track. And like I said, I'm keeping track of every book that I'm reading. I'm trying to keep track of the copyright, the page length, all that. So like I said in the previous video, I may be able to do a final wrap-up type of video to let you guys know. But it's been a joy getting back into reading, and this has definitely been a challenge. So we'll have to see what the next books Terry put me through. But have a great day, guys.